Huawei's secret weapon just shattered the entire system. Imagine this. A world where your phone, your car, your entire digital life no longer answers to a giant in Mountain View. A silent shift happening right now that could erase the Android you know from existence. This isn't a speculative fiction. This is a calculated dismantling, and the trigger has already been pulled. The global tech ecosystem is holding its breath because one company just made a move so audacious, so final, that it has redefined the very meaning of competition. The chessboard has been flipped, and the pieces now in play threaten a monopoly once thought unbreakable. Welcome everyone to Revo Now, where we cut through the noise to expose the seismic shifts rewriting our technological future. Stick with us, because by the end of this revelation, you will understand the single moment everything changed, and what it means for your digital freedom. At Revo Now, our mission is to look past the sensational headlines and into the cold, hard code of the silent revolutions shaping your tomorrow. Today, we are dissecting a corporate maneuver so potent it doesn't just challenge the status quo, it aims to incinerate it. For you, the viewer, this isn't just tech gossip. This is about understanding the future of connectivity, the power struggle for your data, and the emerging opportunities in a landscape that is fracturing as we speak. To the outside world, the mobile OS war has been a settled matter for over a decade. A duopoly. Apple's walled garden of iOS, and Google's open yet tightly controlled ecosystem of Android. We all know the story. Google provides the core Android code, the Android open source project, AOSP, for free. In return, they maintain an iron grip through their proprietary suite of services. The Google Play Store, Gmail, Maps, and the entire Google Mobile Services, GMS, framework. For any manufacturer outside of China, to succeed globally is to kneel before the throne of GMS. Your phone is useless without it. We've seen minor rebellions. Amazon's Fire OS tried and retreated into niche devices. Countless other forks flickered and died. The narrative was set in stone. Challenging Google's dominion was commercial suicide. The leverage was absolute. But what the public narrative completely missed was the meticulous long-game strategy being executed in Shenzhen, under the relentless pressure of external sanctions. A strategy that turned a perceived weakness into a devastating strength. While the West saw a company constrained, Huawei was building a parallel digital universe. The launch of Harmony OS in 2019 was met with widespread skepticism. Critics called it an Android skin, a desperate fork that would never escape the gravitational pull of its inspiration. They were looking at the surface. What they failed to perceive was the foundational architecture being laid beneath their feet. This wasn't just about making a new phone operating system. This was about architecting a ubiquitous distributed operating system for a new era of computing, the Internet of Everything. Harmony OS was designed from the atom up to be device agnostic. It runs on smartphones, yes, but also on smart TVs, watches, car dashboards, home appliances, and industrial sensors with a seamless, singular fluency that Android with its fragmented core can only dream of. The real masterstroke, however, was the cultivation of an entirely separate ecosystem. Forced to operate without GMS, Huawei built its own. Huawei Mobile Services, HMS, App Gallery, Petal Search, Petal Maps, a complete, standalone suite. They invested billions in courting developers, creating a formidable app library that, while not yet as vast as the Play Store, covers all critical functionalities. They were building a lifeboat, but with the blueprints for a battleship. The pace of this build-out defies all traditional tech development cycles. We are witnessing a compression of innovation, a forced evolution catalyzed by existential threat. In the span of just 4 years, Huawei migrated hundreds of millions of its existing users from Android to Harmony OS, achieving a scale that would take other companies a decade. But the true acceleration, the moment the engine truly ignited, was the announcement and subsequent developer rollout of Harmony OS Next. This is the point of no return. Previous versions of Harmony OS retained a Linux kernel and could Android applications, APK files, a necessary bridge during the transition. Harmony OS Next severs that tie completely. It is a pure native operating system with its own exclusive kernel, its own developer tools, ArcTS and ArcUI, and its own app format, HAP. This is the singularity. There is no backwards compatibility, no safety net. It is an entirely independent entity in the digital cosmos. The development kit has been released, and major Chinese apps, from Tencent to Alibaba to ByteDance, are already building native applications. The bridge is burning behind them, and the march forward is accelerating at a breathtaking velocity. So, why does this technical decision reverberate through boardrooms in Silicon Valley and government halls in the West? Because it creates a fissure in a foundation we all assumed was solid. It's not about the code, it's about the context. This move creates the world's first major fully independent mobile ecosystem that is entirely out of reach of both American and Google's influence. It is a sovereign digital nation. For a global market, chafing under the dominance of US tech giants, Huawei is now offering a tangible, proven alternative. Nations concerned with data sovereignty, companies tired of Google's revenue share terms, and consumers seeking a different experience now have a viable third path. The implications are staggering. We are looking at the potential balkanization of the global internet, not along ideological lines, but along technological ones. A world with 2, or even 3, fully distinct mobile ecosystems. The control over the gateway to the digital world, the App Store, the payment systems, the data is now up for grabs in a way it hasn't been since the smartphone's infancy. The storm isn't coming. It's already making landfall, and its first beachhead is the most massive consumer market on Earth. This is the culmination. This is the kill shot. Huawei hasn't just built a competitor, they have engineered a complete ecosystem extinction event for Android within their domain. The revelation is that by going pure native, Huawei instantly invalidates the entire value proposition of Google's ecosystem within its wall. The Play Store holds no power there. Google Maps, Gmail, YouTube, they are strangers in this new land. If they want access, they must come to Huawei's app gallery on Huawei's terms. This flips the script entirely. Google's power was its leverage. Huawei has just demonstrated that leverage can be nullified by total sovereignty. For other manufacturers watching from the sidelines in India, in Russia, in Southeast Asia, in Europe, the message is clear. There is now a blueprint for digital independence. You too can build your own core, or perhaps one day license Harmony OS, and be free of the tithe to Mountain View. The direct change to human life. A more fragmented but potentially more innovative and competitive landscape. In the East, users will experience a hyper-connected, AI-integrated environment across all devices. In the West, it could force Google to innovate faster and offer better terms, or risk further erosion. The optimistic view. A renaissance of choice and a check on absolute power. The cautionary view. A splintering of the web into incompatible silos, potentially stifling global collaboration and creating new, powerful centralized entities. So, now you know. The move has been made. The landscape is shifting beneath our feet. This is no longer a theory, it is a deployed reality. Now the conversation turns to you. Is this digital decoupling a necessary corrective to years of American tech hegemony, a healthy injection of competition that will ultimately benefit us all with better products and more respect for our data? Or is it a dangerous step towards a fractured digital world, where interoperability dies, and we are forced into camps defined by the devices we own? What should the response be? Should Google engage, or fortify? Should Western regulators see this as a threat, or an opportunity to break their own local monopolies? The debate is now open. This is bigger than phones. This is about the fundamental architecture of our connected future and who gets to write its rules. The control of tomorrow is being decided in the code committed today. We've decoded the first act. Now we want to hear from you. Share your perspective in the comments below. Do you believe in a unified digital world, or is a multipolar ecosystem the future? Like this video if you value deep dives into the hidden tech wars, and share it to bring others into this critical discussion. Thanks for watching. This is Revo Now, decoding tomorrow's hidden tech landscape today.